The Gen Z Report is sponsored by Kahar. I know we don't want to be great in all of these.
And now it is time for the Gen Z Report.
This is the Gen Z Report. I'm your host, Calvin Edmonton Geisel, alongside Joey Guzik and Mason Kroll. Today's topic, social media. Mason, what do you got for us?
Well, I think these Gen Alpha kids, are y'all okay? Because what is a skibbity toilet yacht stuff? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I miss the days of
Don't get it.
Vine, and I've been concerned. What do you guys think is the difference between TikTok and Vine? Because I feel like Vine, at least to our culture, our Gen Z-ness, is superior to TikTok in all ways, even though technically it's not that much different. What do you guys think? What makes it different?
Well, I don't know about TikTok being superior, but definitely, I mean, Vine was, kind of like a start to the internet age, or at least the modern internet age. And now TikTok, we are deep into it.
Well, guys, look, it's very simple. You gotta understand. Vine, it was green, okay? Like it was green color, okay? Way more superior, okay, than this pink color that TikTok has, okay? It's just better, okay? I promise you, okay?
Right.
Right. So obviously, when you have better colors, everyone just loves it more.
Well, back in my day, I actually was on the platform before it was called TikTok or TikTok, whatever the heck it's called. It was back when it was called Musical.ly, and that was a wild time to be alive. I'll tell you that much.
That was, we were what? We were little babies back then.
Like 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah. We didn't know what the heck anything meant at that point. But this is why we give you this perspective, because we're Gen Z, and stuff happened in our lifetime that most older folks would have opinions on, but we were only kids. So we get to give you our special perspectives on these topics. And going into something else, a little bit similar is, as we've seen Vine kind of had started off, and then we went to TikTok, that kind of evolved into what we have today now. What about Facebook? Facebook started off as it still is a social network. But how do you guys think it's changed since the beginning to where it is now?
To be honest, I only use it for Facebook Marketplace, and that's about it.
Yeah, I only use it to get my mom's posts about me.
Nice.
But, I mean, it's in an odd spot now. It's definitely transitioned to be an older, audience-wise platform.
Right. I don't know if you guys have seen, they actually have Facebook dating now. I don't know if you guys have been on Facebook
I've seen
recently.
that. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I went on Facebook a couple days ago, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, you want to try this? And I was like, what? So yeah, apparently they have Facebook dating now. I don't know. I didn't click into it because I was like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know if it works like Tinder, if it works like any of these, main sites that you usually use. But apparently they're trying to get this to work. Do you guys think it might have any success?
I don't know. I mean, do any of the apps work for this type of thing?
He's got a good point. I don't know.
Because it's like Facebook knows a lot about you based off your profile, so maybe they'd be better at matching you than something like Tinder or something else that doesn't necessarily have all that much information based off of your interest on other people's posts and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that could be beneficial.
Is Facebook dating the move?
Maybe.
I mean, Mason brings up a good point. With Tinder, you have to, explain all these different things about yourself. But if everything's already on Facebook, and maybe if you're more of an Instagram user, that's still meta, right? So you could take
it's all the same.
It's all meta. So you could take whatever you've got on those social media sites, and that could become your Facebook dating profile. Honestly, when we first came on here, I thought this was going to be a stupid, new launch for Facebook. But now you bring this up, this sounds kind of intriguing.
Only time will tell, I guess. And other news of companies branching into things. Have you heard about the new Amazon competiting branch that is basically trying to compete with Temu and Wish?
No, I have not heard of this.
Super cheap. It's not apparently even functional yet. I heard this on another podcast, but it's interesting how many companies are trying to get into the fast fashion market and all these other cheap product stuff just to compete. Who can get the lowest prices?
Huh. So you're saying there's another brand, not Temu or Amazon, that's starting to try to build up.
It's part of Amazon.
Oh, it's part of Amazon.
Yeah, I can't remember what they called it, but it's weird.
Huh.
Well, and also similarly, we got the TikTok shop.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a TikTok
which
shop.
is a wild place.
Oh, goodness.
I'm scared of it.
Yeah. Now the real question is, what do y'all think about YouTube Shorts?
No.
No.
You don't like YouTube Shorts? I mean, you seem to have an opinion on it. You said no right away, Joey. What do you think?
They're just weird most of the time. I mean, not that every single platform, Instagram Reels and TikTok, yes, they're weird. I think YouTube's might be on another level of weirdness.
Joey, I don't know if you know this, but the shorts go off the algorithm. So I don't know what you're watching on YouTube.
I am a weird person, but
Aren't we all? No.
I feel like my YouTube history is pretty normal.
Oh, okay.
You know
He says, guys, he says.
Allegedly.
But what's funny to me is we had TikTok start out, and then YouTube copied TikTok with YouTube Shorts, and now TikTok is introducing long form content looking more like YouTube. So they're like kind of crossing paths here. It's like,
Yeah, everything's kind of becoming the same platform.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because you have all these different companies that, whether or not they're all owned by Meta or not, they'll start off with a certain form of content, and that hits one demographic, But then, YouTube is like, well, obviously TikTok is doing great with their content. Let's make a version of short form content. And so now it seems like all these different platforms are filling the holes that they once had. And so, to your point, Joey, they are all starting to look the same. The only difference is the color of the logo, essentially.
Yeah.
And so now, as everyone tries to fill their own holes, they all essentially have the same content. And creators can now post this, whether it's short form or long form, now they can post this content on multiple platforms. So it gives creators, I suppose, a better place for revenue. But yeah, you're right.
Snapchat's whole thing was like the post would disappear after a certain amount of time. Now every single platform has stories.
Or they have like a vanish mode or something that can delete messages when you talk to somebody. Yeah.
Well, and we even had a whole new platform based upon it, Be Real.
Oh yeah.
That was,
I forgot about that already.
the whole concept was it disappears after a day.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't really remember doing a whole lot.
I was never on that trend.
Be Real. Yeah, me neither.
I was on it for maybe a week or two, but it died off quickly.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, it's still out there. But.
Right. Dang.
But does it really exist? No. Not at all.
All right. One more question for you guys on this episode of the Gen Z Report. What do you think about AI-generated content and how will it impact these platforms?
That's an interesting one. Joy, do you got anything for this one?
I think that it could really take over some of these platforms. I mean, you already see it now. I mean, have you seen the Reddit posts over the Minecraft parkour videos?
Oh yeah.
How about the AI generated songs?
Yeah. Quality.
I know a few hit songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. New album when? New album when, Joe?
Yeah.
You'll have to ask ChatGPT.
Okay.
It's my co-writer.
I don't know. I mean, AI content's interesting. I don't necessarily have any problem with it. The only potential problem is just kind of the ethics of who do you credit, how do you credit the AI, and stuff between the creators and the AI. But otherwise, yeah, I don't have any problems with it. So anyway, folks, that'll be all for us today on the Gen Z Report. Once again, I'm Calvin Edmondson, guys, alongside Joey Guzik and Mason Kroll. And hopefully we'll see you next week for our next episode. Have a good night, everyone.